Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Dwi Cahyaning Nurani, and today I would like to presentate the final exam of English for accounting. For the first, the material is about direct and indirect costs. There are the classification of manufacturing costs. The first, direct materials. The second, direct labor. And the third, manufacturing overhead. Direct materials. Raw materials that become an integral part of the product and that can be conveniently treated directly to it. Example, the flour in the dough. And the second, direct labor. This labor cost that can be easily traced to individual units of. Example, wages paid to bakers. And the third, manufacturing overhead. Manufacturing costs that cannot be easily traced directly to specific units product. Example, direct materials and indirect labor. Direct materials, materials used to support the production process. Example, lubricants and cleaning supplies to maintain the bakery equipment. And indirect labor, wages paid to employees who are not directly involved in production work. Example, clean-up workers, janitors, and security guards. Conclusion: a direct cost is a cost which can directly be associated with a particular department or business project or production of goods or services. Direct costs are usually fixed in nature, but they change with the change in the amount of production. Indirect costs are the costs which cannot be directly associated with a department in the organization or a production or business project. These indirect costs are associated with things which are used for multiply purpose in an organization. The direct costs might make the biggest portion of the budget, but indirect costs should not be avoided. Avoiding direct costs might result in a loss in profit generated. Direct costs might benefit only the project or process they are related to. Direct costs benefit the whole organization and are important to run business process smoothly. Make a list of all direct and indirect costs associated with a project before preparing a budget for it. And next, investment in stock market. What is stock market? The stock market refers to public markets that excite for issuing, buying, and selling stocks that trade on a stock exchange or over the counter. Stocks, also known as equities, represent fractional ownership in a company, and the stock market is a place where investors can buy and sell ownership of such investable asset. An efficiently functioning stock market is considered critical to economic development, as it gives companies the ability to quickly access capital from the public. Purpose of the stock market. There are purposes of the stock market, and the stock market serves two very important. The first is to provide capital to companies that they can use to fund and expand their business. And the secondary purpose the stock market serves is to give investors, those who purchase stocks, the opportunity to share in the profit of publicly traded companies. And the last is about the roles of accountants in a globalization era. The in the short people of firms developing to this have shown that global is playing advantages connected to global state that accounting is a critical player in providing update information to the internal and also the external activities of firms. The role of the accountant in the era of globalization is divided into main sections. The first part is discuss the definition of management accounting and its features. Second part is discuss the globalization and its features. And the third part is focus on the role of the accountants. And the fourth part is seeks public perception towards the accountant. Features of the globalization and the accountant. With the emergence of globalization, more and more companies have started going global, undertaking business activities across their national frontiers. The market is increasingly global and competition becomes fierce more than ever. Coping with the intense competition called for strategically positioning commercial enterprise. The context in which accountants operate to outcompete as business activities go global, trade transaction becomes voluminous and complex to account for. However, with advancement in technology, more innovative software and other tools are being developed to assess the account to simply and easily account for transactions more than ever. Okay, I think enough. Thank you for your understanding. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.